Hello, and welcome to 2025. It feels very weird to say, considering I'm shooting this when it's 2024. But one of the things I want to talk about as the new year approaches, many people try to set new goals, want to have new experiences, want to do new things in their life. And one of the things that I have talked about the last couple of years is how to actually set about and accomplish the things you are trying to do. And I must admit, I set about to do many things and I also fail. So also realize that we're all human. We're all living this life a little bit differently. We're all trying to do and accomplish many, many different things. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. A lot of times we need to look back and be realistic about the expectations we have that we're setting for ourselves, because and also just gives ourselves some slack and some grace, because we're trying to do things we've never done before. So we don't know how our lives look doing those things. We don't know how our lives look in the future doing those things. We don't know how the lives of our close family or the ones around us look when we're trying to do those things. So there's many things we that do kind of set us back. And the big thing is that a lot of times we just try to do things that are too big. So quite honestly, this is step number one for goals for setting for the new year, is to start off with something small. The great thing about this is something small is very easy to start doing with, especially when you do it around some other habit that you like or that you do on a consistent basis. So one of the big problems, the reasons why we don't actually accomplish our goals that we set out to, is because they're too big, they're too difficult, they're too life altering, they're too radical. So how do we actually go about doing something and starting off doing a new goal, starting off with a new routine, a new something like that for the year? It's very easy. We start off small. We start off easy. We start off basically doing something that's not life altering. We do something that we start off can do. One of the classic examples I like to use when we're discussing this is have taken from the book Atomic Habits, especially because we all want to get fit in the new year, right? So one of the things that the author discusses is starting small and what that looks like sometimes for some people. And can attest, I have done this myself. Times that I don't feel like going to the gym, I have my gym bag right next to me. I go and I change into my gym clothes. Then I change back out and I go right back to what I'm doing. The next day, I change into my gym clothes and actually drive to the gym. I get to the gym parking lot, I turn around, go back to work, change back into my work clothes, I go back to work. The third day, I go and do the same thing. I change into my gym clothes. I drive to the gym. I go inside the gym, I scan my card, I wave at all the people there and I tell them hi. I turn back around, I get in my car, go back home, or go back to work, excuse me. I change back into my work clothes and I go back to work. Day 4, I actually finally, you can kind of see how the progression goes. Finally get to the gym. So I was saying, start small. If getting to the gym is too difficult, like I said, put on gym clothes one day, go about doing the things that you're trying to get done. And then the next day, do a little bit more. And maybe you'll finally get into into the gym. You'll finally take a couple jogging steps. You'll finally step foot into the place that you may or may not have been scared to go to now for quite a while. But just remember to start small, make it easy, make it attainable. And usually, like I said, also in the book Atomic Habits, they talk about habit stacking. So take that new habit that you're trying to do and put it along with another habit or another time of day where you are usually consistent at accomplishing something else. So give yourself some grace. Have a great start to the new year, and we wish you very well.